Hey, what's up everyone? Today marks the 1-year anniversary of Film School Hooligans, and I wanted to personally thank you guys for tuning in and watching all of our videos this past year. On this very special occasion, I wanted to share with you guys a video essay that I made highlighting the art of indie filmmaking. This video will closely examine Richard Linklater's Boyhood and how and why the film is a cinematic staple in the independent film community. Hollywood is a machine. Every year it turns out big blockbuster hits and makes billions of dollars while appealing to a massive global audience. Films are built on franchises. Studios like backing films that they know will turn a profit. Currently, we are living in an era of comic book films. Two of the biggest studios, Warner Brothers and Disney, are responsible for the success of Marvel and DC Comics. With Marvel and DC announcing their lineup until 2020, 2 or 3 comic book films will come out every year. These movies are considered to be safe films because studios know that audiences crave the superhero genre. The success of films such as The Dark Knight and The Avengers have proved that these franchises make studios a lot of money and that these two properties have a massive appeal to moviegoers. The trend that we are seeing in films today shows us that studios like to play it safe when backing a movie, and that they are willing to take a risk on properties that have a built-in fan base. Regardless of how critics view these films, there are assurances that since these franchises have a history, and since they have a built-in audience, they are more likely to make money rather than an independent movie that no one has ever heard of. The comic book phenomenon is the strongest and most successful examples of a genre's rise to prominence. With studios cranking out adaptations as soon as they can acquire the licensing rights, the trend shows no time of abating anytime soon. Since the superhero genre has taken over the box office, rarely do moviegoers see a truly unique film that is original. Rarely do we see a filmmaker create a film with true artistic vision that gets a wide release. While the big studios are putting together their superhero franchises and their nostalgic reboots, other directors of talent are making their dream projects in the form of what we call independent films. Indie films are a way for a director to create a film that is not as controlled by a studio. Independent films give artists more flexibility in their craft and enable a director to tell a story that they may not have a chance to tell if backed by a major studio. Richard Linklater's Oscar-nominated film Boyhood is the perfect example of independent filmmaking and why this type of film would never get made at Universal or Warner Brothers. Boyhood stars L.R. Coltrane, Ethan Hawke, Patricia Arquette, and Laura Lee Linklater. Boyhood is a film that creates the most unique experience when watching on the big screen. The film is about a young boy who grows up in Texas with his sister and single mother. The plot of the film is not dramatic or thrilling or even very deep for that matter, but the way the story unfolds creates the most realistic look at life. In his memoirs on the making of Boyhood, Linklater says, "I wanted the movie to seem like a memory of young life, just rolling through time." Boyhood is told through the span of 12 years. The film was shot over 45 days from May 2002 to August of 2013, which, roughly speaking, is spanning more than 4,000 days. Every year, director Richard Linklater would film a couple hours of footage over the course of 1 week. He would ask the actors what was going on in their lives, and then he would incorporate those things into the script. The audience watches as all these actors age in real time over the course of 12 years, like time-lapse photography. Had Linklater died during the production, Ethan Hawke would have taken over directorial duties to finish the project. The way that a director made a film like this is not only impressive, but it takes art to the next level. IFC, The film's distributor received $200,000 a year for the film's budget, and the distributors saw no footage until the film's completion. Even for an indie company, that was very risky. The commitment of the actors is also something worth noting. L.R. Coltrane, Richard Linklater, Patricia Arquette, and Ethan Hawke had to commit themselves for 12 years. None of the actors were contractually obligated to return to the film each year due to the de Havilland law under California's labor code, which makes it illegal to contract employees for more than 7 years of work. Acting-wise, it was risky, but it was a risk that everyone was willing to take. L.R. Coltrane was asked what it was like to grow up on camera, to which he replied, "This film has always been a reflection of life and an outlet to explore my own emotional journey through this alternate universe. I think we are not the masks that we create, and that we crave genuine emotional interaction beyond the sensational cliches of modern pop culture, and that the magic we seek to escape into can already be found all around us in our flawed human lives. There is beauty in the mundane." What Coltrane is referring to is the fact that we evolve as pop culture evolves. Life is not about big dramatic moments that we see in the movies, but it is about the little things. The film shows us that the small moments in life have a huge impact. Having seen Boyhood 5 times, it's clear that this is a smart film. Maybe too smart for a Hollywood studio to make. It is not an adaptation or a franchise that has a built-in audience, so a film like this is a very risky project. This film has defied all odds and has become an Academy Award nominated film. Boyhood goes against the Hollywood grain. This is a film that should have failed by many standards, yet it came out as a champion. Hollywood is too afraid to take a chance. Because Boyhood works so well, the success of the film might change the way that studios look at properties. Because of the success of indie films like Boyhood, Hollywood studios should take note. Anyway, that'll do it for us today. Thank you guys again so much for tuning into our channel this past year. I hope we have many more years together and many more videos to show you guys. If you like this video, you can click the like button over here, subscribe to this channel, and also check out our website, filmschoolhooligans.com. I'm Matt Arnold, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.